outcomes,
There's that
you
word.
got to be prepared to receive what that looks like. So
Mm-hmm.
if you put your hands on a man,
Hey man, so hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us, DJ. That's love right
Yeah.
there, man. And NY Biggs was on there too as well. But hey man, we gonna just see how everybody's doing. So how you doing, Miss Bobby with an I, cause Y is for a guy.
Wise for a guy.
doing good, doing good. Long day. I'm gonna be putting in a 45-hour work week this week. I will be celebrating my birthday this weekend.
Hey.
About that.
One time for the birthday chick.
I'm excited about my theme. I am having adult goodie bags for my friends that are
Adult
coming.
goodie bags. Ooh.
What does that mean? Viagra and toys?
Ooh, hey, that's not a bad. Hey,
No.
drop a bomb
No.
on that. We in
It's
our
gonna
40s now,
be-
baby. Let's go.
It's gonna be like a cowgirl glitz thing, and so I got a really cute 2-piece cow print outfit. I got my husband a cow print shirt. He's gonna wear his badass black cowboy hat. I'm gonna wear my
Nice.
rhinestone white cowgirl hat.
Michael Rhinestone
white boot.
cowboy.
Mm-hmm. Great. It's got
Hey.
big old Texas barbecue style.
Creative Native said it's a little thing. He just had his birthday last week too.
Oh, nice! Happy birthday!
Yeah, man.
You guys gonna be doing some line dancing?
Yes.
One of those
No.
callers out there?
If you don't know me very well, I'm gonna let you know now. I love to dance.
She does
I
like
love
to
to
dance.
dance. You're like, oh yeah, because she knows. She's like, if I invite you over to a party, you gotta know we're gonna do one or two things. We're gonna either karaoke or we're gonna dance.
I love
Nice.
karaoke.
Me
But my
too.
husband is a singer.
Yeah, me
He's
too.
doing karaoke too.
And then we got your other co-host, Dr. Pooh, aka the OG Millennial. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
Sorry, I caught you right when you just trying to take a swig of water.
It's all good. It's all good, you know. Got a little bit of cotton mouth, slightly
Hey.
parched, you know.
I feel that. I feel
Yeah,
that.
man.
I feel that. I got a little bit of that too, man. And we got your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing good. Tomorrow's me and my wifey's 20th anniversary.
20th
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, man. The dub.
Celebration.
This past weekend, my mom watched the kids while me and her went to our one of our favorite steakhouses. It's called Houston's, and we went there on our first anniversary, and we didn't realize it until like I think a day before the date. It was good, man.
That's what's up.
Good.
Very nice.
I had a little allergy
man.
flare up.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm good, man. I made it. I made it.
He showed up, man. He wasn't sure if he was gonna be able to make it, but we here now. We here, man. Get us started, man. We got something to talk about, man. Let's get this thing going.
Look, you know, there's come a time where sometimes the situation and roles change in life, right? When we think of domestic violence, when we think of confrontation, you know what I'm saying? Like, we never think about the flip side. What happens if it was a woman physically assaulting a man? In this situation, what we're doing is we're shedding light on the situation that recently happened with Sha'Carri Richardson. It shows that there was an arrest that happened at the airport, and I personally believe like there's a lot of red flags there. However, there's a lot of things that we don't tend to think about. And I go to the mental health part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, you know, this is probably something she probably was, you know, raised with. And when I say raised with, mean like that was like the lifestyle. People tend to learn what they see, especially at her age, because she's only 25, right? And I just want y'all opinion. What do y'all feel about the situation? You guys saw the video. We had it in our group chat and we discussed a little bit, but you guys give me some insight on what y'all feel about it.
I'm gonna let Bobby go first.
Why me?
You're the lady of the show. I want your input.
So, here's my input. I don't think I don't think that women should be given a free pass to hit a man. I don't think that. I think we should be everybody should be held to the same exact standard. You're not going to give a woman a lesser charge if she murders the same person, a person, the same thing as a man does. Same thing for women. You put your hands on a man, you get the domestic violence assault. Whatever that looks like for a man, it needs to be the same. If we want equitable, outcomes,
There's that word.
you got to be prepared to receive what that looks like.
Mhm.
So if you put your hands on a man, whether or not he deserved it is not a justifiable excuse to put your hands on anybody. Women, put your hands to yourself. If you think that you're free from being hit, let's get real. You are not free from getting hit. If you hit a man, expect to be hit back. Don't play a victim card. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you hit me because I'm a woman. Be pleased. Nobody wants to hear that. I didn't say it. I'm just saying, be pleased. Because let's get real. Don't pretend like you get a free pass. You don't. Keep your hands to yourself.
Nah, I'm with that, and that's why I wanted a woman to go first with that, because I already know her stance on that. I agree with her, man. I feel like the guy, what's the boyfriend's name? What's his name?
I don't know.
We're not gonna waste time looking it up, but the guy, I feel like if it wasn't captured on camera and news came out or someone said something, it would have defaulted to him being the aggressor.
Right.
And I think he just kind of got lucky that the cameras were there and caught everything. And he I mean, kudos to him, because he played it cool. You know what I mean? Like, he did not even try to fight back to defend himself. He kept it cool and just was downplaying everything. But it's my take on that is there's so many guys that may not be as mentally strong. And let's just say that if that wasn't someone that was as mentally stable and mentally strong as he was, it could have been bad. You know what I mean?
I get you. But because they stayed together after this situation.
Oof.
My thing is, so if, and this is just me, right? Given the climate that we in, and I understand it was very bad for her to do what she did, but if you had it in your mind you wasn't gonna leave her, then you should have told the police, like, we're gonna handle this on our own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now he looked like a punk ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like you no, for real. Because she gets taken away in handcuffs. You know that she's getting taken away in handcuffs. And obviously, not saying the punishment fit the crime. I'm not saying that. But if you're gonna go back to her, that's no different than if a man beats a girl and she comes back to him. It's like,
it happens all the time.
Why you get everybody involved if you're gonna go back to the situation?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why not even and then he knows she's a gold medalist. He knows that the spotlight is on her because he runs track too, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, if you know that you were gonna go ahead and get back with her, why not leave everybody out? YouTube didn't need to be exposed, right, to this. Police didn't need to be exposed to this. And now you looking like real sus to me.
No, I get that. What's your take on that, Dr. Poole?
I was waiting for Dr. Poole.
It shows how women can trap a dude very easily, you know.
Ooh.
That guy's trapped, man. He couldn't leave that relationship if he wanted to. He ain't got enough
What's he trapped for?
what is it called? I don't want to say enough balls to leave, but he doesn't have enough fortitude to alleviate himself from that situation. Ooh. And it's not just him. I think it's a lot of men. A lot of men have become betas who allow women to just physically or verbally just eviscerate them, whether it's in public or in private. It's just because there's more cameras now, it's coming out more and it's becoming more public. I feel like the dude was lucky it was in an airport, because if it would have been in his house, he would have been the one going to jail, period, point blank, whether he did anything or not. And so I don't understand, watching the video in full, why the girl played such a victim card for so long. Like, she was like crying to the officers like the entire time, and she kept on trying to play a victim card as if like she was the victim here. And I saw no evidence to that. In fact, all evidence was to the contrary. It was the guy walking away with her, mashing him in the face, treating him like a little bitch. And unfortunately, a lot of women do that to men these days, and men are afraid to leave the situation, because men don't leave situations like that for some reason. I don't know. I would have left.
Nah,
I'd be out the door real quick.
Man, I feel that, man, because that does happen a lot. And I could not help but to think about the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation from back in the day, man, because I remember when that happened.
Not with Breezy.
Hey, man, like, with the part they don't talk about is what drove him to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because
I have a comment. Well, sometimes women, I've been in the car with guys who are driving or getting in fights with their girls, and for some reason the girl will grab the steering wheel and start fucking trying to drive us off the road, man. And my boy Alfredo had that with his girl Nakomi one time. I was in the back seat and I'm just like, oh my God, hey, you're trying to kill all of us now.
Hold on a second. Those are like some serious red
trying to kill all of us. Hey, I'm just a bystander.
You need to forget the fortitude. The balls to say this is not going to work.
Yeah.
You are toxic. Yeah. You are not worth my time. Good luck to you in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Imagine what she did in public. Like, what the hell is she going to do in private?
Good
point.
What
are you going to do when those cameras hang? Go ahead, Corey.
So you made a good point, right? Imagine what happens outside of what we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing, what I do know, just because they are athletes doesn't mean they have been raised in untoxic behavior. Both parties, right? Because I've seen it in my family, right? I've seen where one of my relatives, I'm not gonna say their name, but was abused, and then 2 weeks later, the abuser is right there with them saying, I love you.
Yeah.
I've seen, and here's the thing. It's like I believe they're both probably from that same background.
Environment, yeah.
So the toxicity is common, and it's what is it called? Misery loves company, or familiarity. So they're familiar, so they know that, you know what, this works.
Good point. Good point. Like attracts like.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm like, my whole thing was, you know what I'm saying? Why let her go all the way, get cuffed, and do all that stuff? And obviously the airport saw what they saw. So
the guy had no control over it, man. It was all an airport thing. The cops had to do what they had to do, man. And that guy could have went to the cop and said, please don't take my girl. Please don't take my girl. And they still would have taken her to jail. That's what they got to do.
Did she get charged?
Yeah, she should have got at least an assault charge, if not an assault and battery. But she at least assaulted him by mashing him in the face on camera.
Yeah.
Nah,
I don't know if she's going to get battery, but yeah, that was an assault. She might as well just spit on him, because just like spitting on someone is assault, she got an assault.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Assault. It's not assault and battery, but it's like breaking and entering.
Let me ask this question, because if somebody spit on me, do I got a right to punch them in their face?
But that's right. That's two wrongs don't make a right. Both of y'all gonna go to jail in that case.
But isn't it I felt I was assaulted.
Well, yeah, but I mean, anytime in California you punch somebody, you're gonna go to jail. Period. We don't have a stand your ground state law, you know, like where you can
Oh, I
stand
was
your
like,
ground and defend
it ain't like
yourself.
that here in Texas because we do have stand your ground laws. Them
Yeah.
is Latin words.
If
Them
someone
is Latin
spat on me and I were to fight them, we'd both end up going to court, you know. But if I just called the cops on a guy who spit on me, he would get a ticket and have to go to court. Yep.
And then
An
I could
assault
sue.
charge. Yeah, you could sue, but
I'm out snitching.
hey,
That's a good time to snitch.
I want my lick back. You spit on me. I don't believe in the spitting. I believe in the hitting. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real. You know, you spit on me. That's just as well as that's you. I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't even know what I do.
Yeah.
Because I think I lose it. I lose all the Christian in me. I lose all the wholesome man in me. I lose all the. I probably reverse. I probably turn to Sha'Carri Richardson.
That's funny. Speaking of which, I got to share something that Creative Native said. He said sugar free raised me. So that aligns with what you saying, Corey. You're gonna turn sugar free on them.
Yeah.
Hey, but I want to speak to. There was 2 points. One point you had, Corey, as far as like just maybe they both came from like toxic environments, and I can speak to that because when we were growing up, and we said it before on the show, I remember plenty of times hearing older, you know, guys, our friends and cohorts and stuff be like, man, she crazy as hell, but she fine in the motherfucker though. So you justify the toxicity because she fine in the motherfucker. So you stick around. You know what I mean? Like, dude, how many times have y'all heard that? Come on, man.
Yeah,
but you know what? As long as that
know,
still stands, women will continue to be the toxic bees that they are because there's always dudes who will overlook those dirty red flags just to get
to be with that fine motherfucker. Yep.
Just to get some. That's it.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Okay. I was a youngster, right? And thank God it wasn't me, but it was a lot of my peers around there.
You look young as hell now. I thought, what the?
Yeah, nah, this grades. I got stage in me. But what I'm saying is, I remember a bunch of my homies who was young. They had fine chicks, and them fine chicks were like wild and out, and they were like, yeah, and she's the same way in the bed. And I'm like, all right, but when y'all get upset, when it goes the other way, she gonna be totally off of you. She gonna be trying to kill you, your kids, your cousins, and all your cousins. And I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? That's why I knew. Look, Adam and Eve and that forbidden fruit and that damn serpent. I get it. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, look, she may be fun, but you can't bring her home to your mama.
It
Yeah,
reminds me of that Bill Withers song, man. My brother, my friends. He's talking about that when he's like, when the girl like be doing me so wrong, and then like he was talking about how like, my brother, tell me doing so wrong, but doing so wrong is so right.
There you go.
But how do you justify being in a relationship? Yeah, men specifically, please put it in the comments. Tell me how do you justify being with a woman who has an ugly heart? So that tells me she's probably partially narcissistic.
We've said this.
Can you ask that question again from the beginning? Hold
on.
How do you justify being in a relationship like that? Because somebody's looks ain't gonna last forever. If their heart is that ugly and they're nasty towards people and they think that they're cute, that's not even attractive. Gentlemen, kindly let me know in the comments what is going on. Tell you? Can you justify?
Chime in and let her know. She needs to know.
I got one person, and I think we've said this probably last month.
What's that?
I used to know this girl by the name of Danielle. Body of a goddess.
Oh, face from hell. But this wasn't the average. She had the bomb. She was gobbling it. Okay, let me stop.
That's all I wanted to say.
That is some hood-ish right there for you.
So are you willing to overlook all of that nastiness just because somebody looks pretty? Are you willing to be maybe emotionally or mentally abused by somebody because somebody's pretty? Can you take home to mama?
Anymore. I can say that honestly because I've had my run-in with characters that may have been toxic and maybe very toxic, but they were fine as hell. So I dealt with it. I mean,
I dealt with it.
I came from that environment. I had to learn how to grow out of that. I literally had to learn how to grow out of that and be like, no, you cannot get away with that just because you fine as hell.
Right.
And I think that's really what this is getting to is we need a lot of healing, dude. I've been to therapy several different times and had to learn that, oh, this isn't right. But when you come from that environment, you don't know what you don't know, right? Like Corey said, if they both came from that environment and no one introduced to them the concept of therapy and being able to heal, you won't even know that that's wrong. She probably knows that it's wrong now because she got arrested for it. But if I mean, with the fruit doesn't fall too far, right? So if their older generations were like that and had those bad, unhealthy habits, and the previous generation had those bad, unhealthy habits, it just got passed down. So someone has to, expose them to that healing, that option to go get some healing. I think that's really what it is, man. And that was the other point I wanted to touch on for Corey. Hopefully, maybe that answered your question, Bobby.
Yeah. Think Baby Boy, the movie. Have you seen the movie Baby Boy?
Bobby? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Snoop? Yes, I have.
Look at that. That's it right there.
That's it. That's real right there. Now go make me some tacos.
Right?
That's real.
Yeah.
It is like that. Well, it was. I don't know. I mean, because when I was younger, it was like that.
Let me tell you something. Okay. And Bobby, close your ears. Okay.
Nope, they're open.
All right. So here it is. If you can like I don't want to be vulgar on here, but I'm gonna say it. Like, some women will put up with a lot of stuff if the dick good. Okay?
Straight up.
And some niggas will put up with a lot of shit if the pussy good.
There you go. Hey, Alfonso put dope and 2 cat emojis. Man, that dope cat emoji will how you do some strange things.
And I'm telling you, no, for real. Like,
for real.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I hear you at that because we all have a past.
Everyone, hey, this is true. This is true. So there was another point I wanted to touch on, Dr. Poole. I didn't forget what you said earlier, because earlier you had said something about like this dude being less than a man, because he let the chick.
No, I shouldn't have said less than a man.
No. But
I mean, hopefully you guys understand the context.
I get that. I get that because a lot of people, not that you meant that, but a lot of people would think like that. But I applaud him for letting that go through. And this is why, because what I've learned through my journey is the person who starts the paper trail first wins. He now has the paper trail. So unfortunately, it is what it is. He has the paper trail now. So if she ever wants to try to start any drama in the future, it's already on record. Who has the leverage in this situation? You know what I'm saying?
I have a real question for her future, because she's an Olympic star. She's an Olympic gold medalist, and she has a couple more Olympics that she could, I'm sure, qualify for. But does this disqualify her from being able to enter into like a national championship or the Olympics now? Because she's got a record. I don't know if she's fought it in court yet or not, but she got fingerprinted, so she's in the system. I wonder if she could get red flagged by the
Depends on their rules.
Depends on the rules. But getting back to,
because we need her points. No, like we need her points.
Stay on topic.
She brings points to the team.
The red flags, right? I do want to make that. I don't want that point to get missed though, because we lose that sometimes, man. I remember when I went through a divorce, and there was actually a instance of domestic violence that I never reported, that I probably could have reported. And I remember going through that divorce, like one of the first questions was, have you ever been the victim of domestic violence? I learned later from my lawyer that had I answered, well, one, had I reported it, that's one. Had I reported it, it would have been on record. Two, had I been able to answer that question, yes. And they were able to see that doing that the whole case, getting the parenting and stuff, it would have actually went in my favor. But with that mentality that I had, we don't report stuff like that, right? You don't report. In my situation was I got burned with a cigarette. But technically that is domestic violence. You know what I mean? And had I reported it, I could have had it in my favor to try to win custody of my kids when we went down that path. So that's why I threw that out there to be like, hey man, it's unfortunate that we live in that type of society, but I mean, you gotta, Wu-Tang Clan said it best, man. You gotta protect your neck. And he has a good layer of protection right now because he started the paper trail first.
Yeah, and I would just say, to add to that point, whether you're a man or a woman in this particular situation, sometimes it's best to go down to the police station and file the report there, because if you file it, if you call them and the cops come out to the house, somebody has to go to jail, period. I don't know if it's different in states, but California, if the cops come, they're taking somebody. They have to take somebody to jail. Yeah. They have to, so... And normally it's the man, because it's easier to take. Normally, most men will be like, fuck it. She smacked me, but take me anyway. If they're a real man, they would do that shit. And, if they were like a toxic alpha male, they'd probably beat the shit out of the girl and then end up going to jail for that. But I mean, most real men, if the girl starts tripping, will fucking take off, right? Like I would take off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave for the night. You calm the fuck down.
I'm out. Yep, I've done that plenty of times.
Also, that's good. So if you do catch yourself in a situation where things are getting heated and hands begin to get thrown, gentlemen, leave.
Go for it.
Remove yourself from this situation.
And go start the paper trail.
Even if you don't do a police report, but you begin documenting dates and times, and if anybody
get a police report. Get a police report.
It don't count if it's not.
She would. That's what she would do.
Yep.
She would head down there real quick.
Yep.
It's funny hearing the girl. She's like, "What about him? How come you're not doing anything to him?" They're like, he didn't do anything. He wasn't on camera doing anything.
Yeah, because you opened it up, Bobby, with accountability. No, hold her just as accountable as they would hold you. If you, like she said, if you find yourself in that predicament, leave, right? And if the female put their hands on you, whatever, use the weapon or anything, go file a report, man. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because if you don't nip it in the bud, it can get worse. You know what I mean?
Will get worse.
No, it will get worse. If they think they can get away with it constantly, they're like, "Oh, I can do this, and he ain't gonna do nothing about this." That type of attitude. But then they work.
Management.
Do what Corey said and leave that chick, like straight up. Or was that Dr. Poole that somebody said it was like, nah, have the fortitude to just leave. It ain't worth it, man.
We agree on that one.
Say
Corey
what?
was the first. Yeah, Corey was the first one to point out. He stayed. He's still with her. Like,
look at all of us on the same page.
We're on the same page right now. There's no cat emoji that's worth it.
No cat emoji that's worth it. It ain't that golden.
It's not that damn golden, man, at all. But yeah, we all agree on that. It's not worth it. We need healing, right? And gentlemen, if y'all find that yourselves in that situation, leave. And if you did have hands put on you, man, go file that report. You're gonna be thankful that you did it. Trust me, boy. What else we got, man?
Oh man, you know what? See, some people over here is rich, right? You know what I'm saying? Some people, they rich. They so rich, they got land upon land. They got
land upon.
You know what I'm saying? Land. That's why you don't see him sometimes, because he be closing deals. Tech Van Gogh he be closing deals in different area codes. So and he got some game that's gonna change your mind frame. So G-Mo, talk to him about how you start your vacation rental biz.
Yeah, man, let's do this, man. So, we one of the missions of the show is we give you news that you can use, man. And one of the things we talked about was sharing like side hustles, because we all working to get this money, paying these bills, man. And vacation rentals are a side hustle, man. So I got a question for anyone watching this. Have you ever thought about starting a vacation rental business, but you don't know where to start? I'm about to show you a real easy way to get that thing going. So first off, number one step that you need to do, if you're watching this video right now, all you got to do is scroll down to the description. Well, hold on, wait a minute. Before we even start with that, because when you scroll down, you're going to see the like button. You're going to see the subscribe button. So click those first. And then after that, scroll down to the description and click that link right there that I have for you. And I'm actually going to show you. I'm going to walk you through how to get your vacation rental started. Let me just share this screen real quick. Let me see. Where we at? Where we at?
Do you got voiceovers? I want to hear some voiceovers.
Some voiceovers?
Yeah.
I don't have any voiceovers, sir.
You can get your property rental right now.
All right, so here you go. Look, we real with it, right? That's us right there. That's what caused the loop earlier. But no, just go ahead, scroll down, and click this link right there. Boom. Right there. Click that link right there. You're gonna fill out this questionnaire, right? You probably got a house or a townhouse or whatever. You click through that, and then once that's done, you put that application in. They're gonna process it, and you're gonna get a response to say, hey, they're either rocking with you or you're not. And the main thing they're looking at is, can this make money? That's the main thing they're looking at, is can this make money? Because they don't want to waste your time. They don't want to waste, your time. You have to be able to have a property can actually be in demand. And you know what they say, location. So before you start that, you got to be real with yourself, because don't go click my link and then they don't approve it and you're like, oh man, those are haters and Geronimo gave me. No. If you got something that's in the middle of nowhere and like nobody ever wants to stay at, you probably should not go click that link. But
you shouldn't bought it.
Yeah, you shouldn't have bought it. Good point.
Release the deed.
What, you don't want to stay out in a cabin in the woods in the middle of nowhere?
Hey, some people might. And there are some cabins that do good, but they have to be in like locations that people want to go visit. There you go. That's something to consider. If you have something you want to try to turn into a vacation rental business, make sure it's somewhere that people want to visit. I live in San Antonio. My people might joke about that, but people come to visit San Antonio, man. So a lot. So once they process that application and they come back and they say you're approved, this is what you're gonna get. Let me show you right here. So boom, there's your profile that they'll help you set up. And what happens is they assign you an onboarding specialist. My onboarding specialist was Lisa Moss. So shout out to Lisa Moss out there. So basically what they do, they hold your hand. They don't do everything for you, but they'll let you know what you need to do. So, and I'll touch on one thing right here. You got to get your licenses. So they will give you the steps that you need to get your license set up. So I'm in the state of Texas. They'll tell you where you need to go to learn about what the requirements are in your state. Here in Texas, I got to have a state license and a city license. That's important too, because you got to know, you got to pay taxes. You got to collect hotel taxes. You got to pay hotel taxes. Yep. So that's yeah. So that's something you do need to be aware of. But they walk you through that. So a couple of other things that they do that they walk you through, they'll send a professional photographer out. All these photos that you see right here, a professional photographer came out and did this.
Nice.
That looks really nice.
Appreciate that.
Damn, that's a big ass TV.
Yeah, man. Hey, man.
Okay, Geronimo.
Hey.
I told you he rich.
I'm not rich, but I'm hoping to be on my way. You know what I mean? So
you on your way.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Down the street.
There you go. Right. Maybe way down the street.
You around the corner. You know what I'm saying? You already parked.
So this isn't a good spot though. It's like 10 minutes away from downtown, if that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
big shopping centers right there in the Corey Market area.
Yep. And what they do is when they're helping you set up your profile, again, they help you with the photography and they actually write an SEO friendly, a detailed description for you. So here's the description that they wrote here. I gave them all the information. They put the description here, and this is how it's listed on Airbnb. So I'm showing you the listing on Airbnb. They list your property once you get set up on Airbnb, VRBO, Booking.com, Expedia.com, Hotels.com. They list it on a lot of different places. So this right here is showing you the listing on Airbnb. One thing I found out while I was getting this ready was I did not know we had earned this award right here. We're now a guest favorite in San Antonio on Airbnb. I did not know that. I just found that out. So, hey, man, and that's important. That's important.
You can drop a bomb on that, bro.
Hey,
drop a bomb for yourself, man.
Hey, I'll do another one. Appreciate that. So that's what the listing looks like on Airbnb. This is what it looks like on VRBO. So that way, you know, and to your point, it's 1 mile to the San Antonio Zoo. It is in a really great location, and they captured that. And if you notice, the way it's listed here is a little bit different than the way it is here. This, you know, they're gonna customize it to each platform, and then this is what it looks like on Booking.com. So, good thing to consider, because when I hear a lot of people talking about starting a vacation rental, they're like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna start an Airbnb," which is what I wanted to do. But then when I got into this, I saw, oh, wait a minute, I can have it on Airbnb and all these other websites, which that's the beauty of a company like Evolve. They set all of this up for you. And then once it's set up, all you have to do is just basically manage it from your portal. So right here, what I'm showing you is the actual portal, the dashboard. Get some stuff up right here.
Nice.
So boom, this is it. People be like, is it real? Is it real?
Look at that money. I told you that, boy,
Can
Rich.
you make money? Hey, it's a business, man. You don't. It ain't all about how much you make. It's about how much you can keep. Okay.
Damn, $85 a night. That's
We got bills
bomb.
to pay. We got bills to pay, man.
Oh man. So you're telling me that I can make a lot of money fast? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. It just depends. So I'll tell you what. You see the average rate here. That is the average rate. When they walk you through this to help set this up, you do set a base rate, a minimum rate, and our minimum rate for that area is $55. So you can, right, and the system will adjust it here and there. But remember when I was telling you about these 5 stars right here? The thing is, you can't come out just trying to think you can make top dollar and no one knows who you are. You gotta put that work in. It's just like anything else that you do, you gotta put that work in, man. Like, you gotta come in low and get people to trust you and ask them to leave you these 5-star ratings, because that's what's gonna boost your listing in all the different platforms, right? If you don't have 5 stars, they're not gonna push you up to the top where people could find you. So you got to come in. You're gonna have to come in low, like I did, and then eventually work your way up. So you see $85 now, but that fluctuates. I can tell you right now, my minimum rate is $55 because I had to come in low to entice people to book it. And then once I started getting these 5 stars, now I'm starting to get a higher average rate. But that was definitely a good question. Important question to know, because I know when I first came in and they told me that, I'm like, I'm thinking I'm gonna get like $200 a month. You know what I mean? Like, I thought we was gonna be swimming in cash. So,
Right.
but no, I mean they take care of everything for you. That dashboard that I showed you, you can go in there and get your financial reports. You can go in here. Let me show you here. Go back to what I was showing you.
So, well, because I got some questions.
I'll say I got a question too.
Let me show you one thing real quick. So let me just show you some of these dashboards and stuff, so you can show your performance throughout basically the history of your listing. Right here, this is key, because once you get this set up, you're gonna go back here to know what your payouts are and go get your reports to help you pay your taxes. Because like I said before, you have to make sure you're taking care of those hotel taxes. But it's pretty easy, man. I mean, yeah, and they walk you through the whole steps, man. So for anyone that ever thought about doing this, you probably came in here thinking like, oh man, I don't know what to do. But just in a few minutes, it's kind of easy. I don't want to say it's easy. There will be some work. Getting the permits takes time. Getting everything approved through the company will take time, but they do help you get through the whole process. But I did hear y'all say y'all had some questions. So what questions y'all got?
I'm gonna let Bobby go first.
Okay, so that looks like a really good service. It looks legit, and we know nothing's free. So how much exactly is Evolve costing?
Good question. And she's right. Nothing is free. So they don't charge you up front for anything, but they do charge a 10% fee up front. So basically, when they're taking 10% off the top at the core package, and there's a plus plan that you could get up to, which is what I'm working on. Once they get you approved for the plus plan, they start taking 15%. But so yeah, I mean, hey, ain't nothing free, like you said.
No, I know there's a cost to having business, and that's what it is. You're gonna pay to continue doing your business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sound like you had a question, Corey.
I do. So, because I was looking at that TV and that TV looked nice, but what happens if somebody damage it or any other stuff for that matter? What happens when your property get damaged?
So when you sign up, the core membership comes with $3,000 protection plan. So if anything gets messed up, all you do is file a claim through them. They'll give you the money, replace whatever you need to. The plus plan comes with up to $1 million protection plan. So it's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get upgraded to the plus plan. Plus, you get priority in the search. So when you get the plus plan, yeah, they take 15% of your booking fees, but you get priority. So
you'll come up on the first page.
Yeah. Well, maybe you do get priority. Maybe within the first couple of pages. Don't quote me, because I don't want to say it. And someone watching this, they click the link and they're like, I thought you said I was going to be on the first page, so you'll be maybe within the first few pages. So don't quote me on that.
Well, you'll be priority over the other ones.
There you go.
This sounds lucrative, man. So if this was something that I wanted to do, what do I got to do to start, man? What do I got to do to get started?
So all you got to do, man, like I said, from the beginning, just scroll down and click that link that's down there to get you started, and you in the game. It's just as simple as that. Oh, and one thing too, I got to let y'all know, if you do click that link below and you get approved, you get $200 management fees. Credit. You get $200 of credit in management fees. That matters, man, because that 10%, man, you get to keep some of that part of that $200 management fee. So yeah, that's a special that they're running right now. So go ahead, click that link, Dr. Poole. If you was ready, click that link. You in the game, you going right now, sir.
So I got more questions.
What's up?
So how many properties can you have on that particular space? So say for instance, if there's an ADU in the back, if I have a single family home and then there's an ADU in the back, can you do all of those properties, or you can only do one area? Like if I want to live in my ADU and put this bad boy on the property.
He's talking rich people talk. What's the ADU?
Additional dwelling unit. I'm sorry.
Okay. I haven't reached that level yet. I'm working there. I didn't know what that was.
What?
No, you can have multiple properties on there, man. I don't think there's a limit. Because from their perspective, if they're able to make more money with you, I don't think that they put a limit on it. But check this out though. If you were in the market for a vacation rental, they sell them.
Oh,
they sell them. So you could buy a vacation rental from them and they will manage it for you.
Oh, now that is dope. So
isn't that just called timeshare?
No,
timeshare.
Timeshare is different.
That's different. Good. That's a great question. I had a timeshare before, and I'm gonna tell you what, don't ever buy one, because once you buy it, you stuck with it. You were stuck with it, man. Yeah. It's not a timeshare because it's yours. It's just that you're just leasing it out, renting it out, short-term renters, depending on what you want to do. But it is definitely not a timeshare.
Yeah, I remember going to those meetings and and then I was like, you know what? I had, God bless his soul, Uncle Rod. Uncle Rod be like, look, I work for RCN. I know people who got timeshares that they don't use it. I was like, look, can you hook a brother up? And he'd be like, talk to him. Man, I think for $200, I stayed a whole week in Indio, California. And it had a pool,
nice,
a jacuzzi, 2-bedroom, fully furnished kitchen, refrigerator. I was like, and for $200, that's all I had to pay?
That's not bad.
No, it's not. And that's the thing. I was thinking like all timeshares was like that. It's like, no, because on timeshares, you can only go one time of the year, but you're paying monthly, and you got to pay yearly for maintenance fees.
Yep.
I was like,
those maintenance fees.
The maintenance fees don't go away at all.
So it'll never truly be paid off. Even if you pay off a loan for the timeshare, the maintenance fees will always be there. And they're like stupid maintenance fees too.
And they go up. And they go up. But if you got your own house and everything is squared away, you good, man. You could just go ahead and give people a good place to stay, give them a good time, man, and make you a little bit of money. Speaking of making money on the side, see, we cover side hustling because we millennials. I feel like the millennial generation, we took that side hustle game to the next level, man. The next level. Another thing that I feel like we pioneered, our generation, because we do care about our earth. We're the ones that made electric vehicles popular. OG Millennial, man. What we got a question right now concerning electric vehicles, man. What's that question you want to ask folks?
Man, I want to know who's winning the battle right now. Is it EV or is it gas, man? And the electric vehicle versus gas vehicle reality world we live in right now, man. What do you guys think? Who's winning the battle, EVs or gas cars right now?
Gas cars.
Yeah. What about you, Corey and G?
Honestly, in California, electric. Them things is like, them things, you can hear the little battery.
What about you, G? What do you think?
Here in Texas, so I can speak to that. So in Texas, gas is winning all day. It's winning all day, man. But when I went home to LA, I did see a lot of electric vehicles.
Yeah.
To Corey's point.
You know, and
I'm not against having electric vehicles. I'm just against all the power that it takes off the grid. So if you have consistent power outages, that's not going to fly with me. You start messing with my air conditioning or my fridge, there are some issues.
It doesn't really take that much power though, because I had a Tesla.
Everybody had an electric vehicle? Yes, it would.
I had a Tesla. I mean, yeah, in that perspective, yes. But when I had my Tesla, you couldn't even really tell on my electric bill. Like it did not make a difference at all. Like my electric bill now still looks about the same as it did when I had my Tesla, and I had to charge it all night.
I will say this, right? I just bought a brand new 2025 Camry, and it's a hybrid. So there is a electric as part of it as well. And I like it. I mean, get 50 miles per gallon. So it still has gas, but the gas tank isn't as large as your typical gas tank. So last week I filled up for $23, and it gets me about 490 miles until I'm empty. So that's $23 on a hybrid, vehicle.
Congrats on that new car, by the way. Come on now. We're not just we're not going to ignore the fact she just said she got herself a new car. Come on now.
New car alert.
Hey, new car alert. Well, what's up, Dr. Poole?
That's not a flex. It was just relevant to the conversation.
Man. We can give it to Bobby. Let's talk more about Bobby. What else you got for us, Bobby? Couldn't even get started. Just took it over right away. It's amazing.
No.
Okay, so anyways, here we go now. So anyways, it's like gas and EVs. Okay, here we go. Who's winning the battle? So you're actually wrong, Geronimo. We weren't necessarily the first people who were the inventors or pushers of the EVs. Ironically enough, the first electric vehicle was put out in the market in 1889 by William Morrison from Des Moines, Iowa. He was the first one that actually successfully created an electric vehicle in the United States back in 1889. And then the first hybrid electric car was actually invented in 1901. And that was by Ferdinand Porsche, right? Founder the sports car with the same name, created the Renault Porsche mixture. So these things have actually been created way before now. It's just now they are seemingly more on the market. The technology has definitely become more advanced for sure. But as far as the actual market goes, the comparisons between gas cars and EV cars, EV is catching up. A lot of it depends on the state that you live in. Corey was right. California, we have like the number one EV car sales are coming from California, followed by New York City. But then there are smaller, more blue-collar states that are still running everything off of gas, like the Iowas and Wisconsins and whatnot. These guys haven't really crossed over yet to the full embracing of EVs. So some small facts for the comparisons. Let's see. Gas-powered cars are losing in market share to EVs and hybrids. Electrical vehicle sales hit record heights last year. The sales of hybrids have also soared, but the reason why is because these are becoming more of a resale vehicle. A lot of people got the hybrids and Toyota Priuses now, and they're reselling them now. So a lot of people are, when they're buying a used car, they're choosing to go with these new EV hybrids as opposed to going with the gas. So that's the main reason why EVs are having such a huge increase in sales yearly, is mostly on the back end. It's not so much brand new Teslas, but it's people buying these hybrids.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have some pricing indexes, and I sourced this off of Premium Autos Incorporated. And this is just a basic breakdown, a little bit of information between electric and gases for ownership purposes. If you're in the market for a vehicle still, and you're looking to have some differences between gas and electric, here you go. The upfront cost, EVs cost about $5,000 to $6,000 more on average in 2025. But there are federal tax credits that can narrow the gap, right? So you can, in some places, get up to $7,500 back, right? $7,500 back.
For how much? Do you know how much longer? Because I thought that was going away.
They didn't give the exact time frame on here, other than it being an average in 2025. But I could try and do another search later on to get that information.
Not that important.
It ain't going nowhere.
Getting rid of it.
Well, here are some differences for like fuel and charging and maintenance. There's only a few here, and then I have a couple questions I wanted to ask you guys. But so for fueling and charging, right? Charging an EV costs about $500 to $800 annually, while gas cars cost up to about $2,000 for fuel yearly. Maintenance on EVs is 31% cheaper to maintain, with simpler mechanics and no oil changes. So the insurance for EVs is 15% higher due to specialized parts, all the special batteries and parts that go into it. So you're paying more insurance. But the resale value is EVs are catching up with premium models like Tesla, holding value better, right? So these are just a few of the comparisons between EVs and gas. Some questions I have for you guys now is on a larger scale. Like Bobby mentioned, the lack of necessarily electricity being afforded to people for this, or charging stations, the lack of necessary charging stations, or I wanted to talk to you guys about the gas fluctuations. Like, for instance, Geronimo, right now, with gas prices kind of on a roller coaster, do you think it's more legit for you to own an EV where you know that it's going to be a consistent mark every time you go to fill up and get your electricity, as opposed to which gas station am I going to stop at to get cheaper gas? Like, what do you think?
I actually lived that life. When I had my Tesla, there was a time gas did kind of get high here in Texas. And I remember when everybody was complaining about the high gas prices, I'm like, all I had to do was charge my car.
Yeah.
I'm Gucci. So okay. I do miss that. So yeah, to that point, that was me. I wasn't tripping, because I was like, I'm just going to drive this one for now because I don't have to get gas. I miss them days.
No doubt. And for Corey, man, like, we live in California, right? So like they tried to mandate the electric vehicles here in California, right? Like the guy, I think it was Gavin Newsom, who was saying like, yeah, everybody in California is going to have an EV car. And like, it turns out that that's not the case, man. But what do you think about that? About some states saying you have to have an EV car, or the freedom of being able to choose?
I was looking to get rich, honestly, because it was 2030, I believe by 2036, everyone would have to have an electric vehicle, what they were going to do is they were going to probably make it more tax breaks for you to be able to get them. And number two, them semiconductor chips was going to go through the roof, and I was going to invest in them bad boys like crazy. So I was looking to get rich. I wasn't caring. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to pay $17,000 for an electrical vehicle, but the investment in these semiconductors, if I get on the ground floor now, where they're like $100, and I throw $10,000 into that, by that time them cars come around, bro, I'll be paying cash for an electric vehicle. I just looked at it from a money play. Whenever you find out what's going to go into, something's gonna happen in the future. When I look at that, I was like, okay, well, I may suffer now, but in the future, because I got privy knowledge to something that's going to happen, especially if it's going to be law, shoot, man, I'm going into my investments to see where I can move money to make money. That's all it is.
Make that money.
So
play.
I guess man, that's a good point, Corey. Very good point, man. So this is the last question I got for you guys, and it's kind of for everybody. So with these new EV cars, they have the new EV batteries, and when these things catch fire, these things explode, and they're releasing new type of chemicals and toxins into the atmosphere. They're burning at temperatures that are ridiculously high, and more importantly, because it's such a slow burn, you're not able to access particular things for a really long time. So, for example, 2 reasons why. My girl was coming back from a trip, and there was a truck that caught fire with 5 Teslas on it in Sylmar, and they shut down the freeway, the 210 and the 405 and all that shit. And because it's these new type of batteries, the fire started during the afternoon time. They didn't open up that freeway until like 1 o'clock in the morning.
I remember that.
Those people were like, my girlfriend was trapped with her kids on this fucking freeway with no knowing how long that they would be there for. And, so I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on this new type of fire that's happening with these batteries, these new ion fires from these lithium batteries. What do you guys think about this? Is it smarter?
I think what it is, you're right, that could be a real big issue, but also knowing that there's an issue, it gives somebody an opportunity to benefit and create something.
Good point. Good point.
I often say this to a lot of people I talk to. There's this HELP method, right? The acronym, help eliminate large problems. And that's how you get rich. And so, in order for you to get rich, in order for somebody to solve a problem, in order for you to get rich, you got to solve a problem, right? And that's a pretty large problem. I'm sure if there was a problem that was able to be solved where somebody didn't have to sit on that road for like 10 hours, somebody's already thinking it now. Like, how can I avoid this in the future? Because these batteries they're already mass deployed, right? So this is a possibility that it can happen again. And unfortunately, it's going to happen again. But, you know what I'm saying? Proper planning prevents poor performances. However, in the future, you'll find a way to be able to benefit and capitalize it. I always look at everything like, how can I learn from this? And then how can I benefit from it?
Yeah.
Hey, the weird thing
right now.
Yeah, man, the scary thing about it is when Palisades burned down and they deemed that land to be toxic and unfit for rebuilding, it's because of all the electrical vehicles up there that got burnt down and all those toxic gases that they were talking about being there that made it such a red flag for people to go back. Like, when the fires first happened, I didn't understand the toxicity of these new lithium batteries and the toxins that they're expelling when they catch fire. But people are still unable to build on their land in the Pacific Palisades because it's still showing toxic readings from these lithium batteries 9 months later. So,
damn, it's been 9 months already.
Ooh. Yeah, it's been. Well, what is it? Is it August? Is it August yet?
It's still August. It's August. I was.
Maybe 9 months.
I'll talk about that offline. But the crazy part about all of it, like you said, Donald, people can't go back to their homes because of the fact that that area is not just the burn area. Like you said, it's toxic air. You know what I'm saying? And that is a big thing, because what you don't want to do is just say, "Oh, I'm gonna just move there anyway." You can potentially cause harm with problems further down the line. That you and your family will have. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Bobby talks to us about restoration and mold in people's houses, right? You don't want to go back. You may assume everything's okay, but you won't know the effects until years down the line.
Yeah. Nah, good point. Good point. I can't follow that, man.
Well,
that was good. I agree with all of that, man. To his point, maybe someone will come up with like some type of solution. You know how you have like different fire extinguishers for different fires. Maybe someone will come up with something like that. That, hey, that's the fire extinguisher you get for ion fire.
Hey, good point, man. Lithium. Got to solve that lithium.
The lithium fire, yeah. No, and whoever comes out with that, let me hold something, man. Let me
hold something.
That's a good point, man. I mean, that's a good millennial moment because, like, yeah, we are like, you know, the hybrid dropped like during like 1992 or some shit like that, you know, or maybe even early 2000, or was it 2002? I don't remember exactly when it dropped.
So I wasn't.
I know
wrong.
that
we made it popular.
I know that everybody my age is driving a Prius.
We made it popular. I'm telling you, millennials made the hybrid electrical vehicle thing popular. I didn't say we was the first to do it. Now I just said we made it popular. That's all. That's all. I'm just saying. And that has been your millennial moment. Hey, thank you. That was a good one, man. Yeah, hey, closing the show up as we always do about this time, man. We got a parenting topic that's gonna take us out. And what we talking about tonight, Miss Bobby?
So we're gonna be talking about how to manage screen time with our kids. Like, how much is too much? And while everybody may parent differently, there is some research I've been doing prior to bringing anything to the show. I like to do my research. I like to look up some statistics on what things look like for children. And so one of the research I was doing was coming from actually the Centers for Disease Control. And so they showed us some statistics about boys, so 65% of boys and 64% of girls, whenever they are giving more than 2 hours a day on screens. That includes your Nintendo Switches, your Xboxes, TVs, tablets, phones, whatever that looks like, whatever a screen is what we're talking about. So like your video games isn't separate. It is what it is. So anything more than 2 hours, children who are exposed to more than 2 hours of screen time have been shown to have higher amounts of behavioral issues, mental health issues, anxiety, depression, and obesity. So larger amounts of screen time. And you can find this on the National Institute for Health website, as well as also the American Centers for Pediatric Care and stuff. So there's some statistics on there too. So if you're concerned about what that looks like, I would encourage you, if you don't already, I like to ensure that parents are giving their kids healthy options when it comes to screens. I'm not against screens, but there's going to be a time and a place for them. And while everybody sets their own house rules, like in our house, you don't get screen time unless you've already completed your chores. My 6-year-old has chores. I expect her room to be picked up. I expect her toys to be put away and laundry to be put, in its correct spot. That's not too much to ask. And so screen time is earned, as it should be. Now, when it comes to sitting out at the dining room table, we are here to eat as a family. We do not do screens at our table. That is a no-no. And I don't think that, because there's a time and a place for everything. And when we're sitting around the dinner table, we're praying, we're eating, we're having good family conversation. It is not time for screens, because there will be more time for that later on. But right now is not the time. So introducing healthy schedules, healthy screen time schedules for your kids. If you want screen time, if their chores are done, great. I want you to knock out a couple of books, go outside and play for a little bit. Go sweat. Play in the dirt is good for the kids.
Yep.
So limiting screen time is very good. Not to mention, we had this issue happen within the last month with my daughter Grace, and she's 9, and she likes to play Roblox. I got nothing against Roblox and stuff, but again, that's a gaming time. It would be like 11:30 at night. She's like, "Mommy, I'm not tired." I'm like, "I don't care. You need to get tired." I don't know what to tell you. Like, you can get out of my face. Kindly, because I love you. I love you away from me. No, I'm just playing. No, but honestly, when we're talking about screen time, those blue lights in our face, it actually does something to our brain, where it causes our brain to be more active. When we have lights in our face, when we're actively reading or looking at something on a screen, it is shown to keep our brain activity more awake. And because of this, I too have limited screen time in the evening, because I already have a hard time sleeping to begin with, but I don't even add more crap to that.
Good point.
It's the same thing with kids.
Good point.
Have a healthy screen time. All screen. If your kiddo's bedtime is 8:30 on a school night, sweet. 7:30 is the limit. Cut it off, and if you continue making the schedule, your kids will get to it. Let them cry and throw a tantrum. You go ahead, Billy boy. say whatever you want, but this is going put away. You can have this again tomorrow. I don't know. Because I just feel like some people just don't discipline their kids when it comes to screen time. You got to be, you got to be a parent. You're not here to be a friend. You're here to be a parent.
Not at all.
You're here to guide them and to help them make healthy decisions. And a healthy choice is to limit some screen time for your children, especially in the evening, just to help them with the sleep patterns. A lot of times I think parents want to be like, here's a couple milligrams of melatonin, like be quiet. No, that's not going to help it. Don't counteract what that screen time is doing to their brain activity and trying to counteract it with some melatonin. It's not going to help.
And that could create like a dependency too, right? So if you're trying to basically just treat the symptom without going after that root cause, which is giving that kid too much damn screen time, you jack that kid up, man. Kind of like how they used to do us back in the day, giving us that, what was it, the Ritalin and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like the new version.
Some of us have probably seen the effects of it. If you've ever seen a parent in public try to take away their kid's tablet and they throw a tantrum. I talked about this in one of the last episodes. Like, don't try to parent your kid in public when you're not parenting them at home. We're going to see the effects of your parenting. So if you tell that kid, hey, we're about to eat dinner, you need to remove that, you need to put the tablet away. I don't want to do that. I don't feel like eating. You've probably allowed it at home, and now you're trying to enforce this rule in public. It's probably best to start that in the home environment and be consistent with it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we're going to be seen as the bad guy. That's okay, because we want to encourage healthy decisions. It's okay. They will be fine. Limit the screen time.
You know what I noticed? My kids, right? They don't get much screen time at all. My youngest, she gets screen time, but it's monitored. But my twins, the older ones, they read books. Mm-hmm. They read physical books. I have like a whole little library downstairs for them. And the reason why is because I knew by working in the industry of technology how handicapped our children are going to be with these cell phones. Because I see how human beings work. There was that's the reason why the Don't Text and Drive came out. That's the reason why Don't Talk on Your Phone came out. Because people, unfortunately, and me and Geronimo say it all the time, people can't multitask. They can't. You know what I'm saying? And as for my kids, by me giving them less or hardly any screen time, it puts them ahead of the curve in the future. So when kids came like, oh, I don't have my Chromebook, I don't have that. My children are pulling out pieces of paper and say, okay, I'm ready to take notes. You know what I'm saying? I know how to spell this. They don't have to worry about spell check. They ain't got to right click on an underlined red button and click and say, oh, this is how you spell it. No, they spell it.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
I do believe technology has its place. It does. Because we use tech, everything. Hell, we're using tech right now to bring you these news that you can use. So like, comment, and subscribe, damn it. But what I am gonna tell you is there's nothing wrong with taking your kids to the library and get a book. Look, me and Geronimo, I was just telling Geronimo, you know what I'm saying? Every book he told me to go get, I got, and I've been reading. You know what I'm saying? I'm even reading this new book called The Hook Book. How to make impressions in the first 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And the reason being is because we depend on certain things. Like in Gardena, the city of Gardena, about a week ago, the AT&T location that had all the cell towers on top of it, including T-Mobile and Verizon, shut down. The whole city had no internet, right? Ooh. People were crazy. I was fine. Because I was like, you know what? Internet, I know how to act without it. My kids know how to act without it, right? They were like, okay, all right, YouTube not working, so I'm like, grab a book. And me and my wife was like, you want to play some cards?
Hey, there you go.
The thing about it is, we set the trends, we set the standards.
Yes.
And it's we know ways of how we can get ahead in life by doing certain things. But we're now at a place where we can get ahead in life without doing certain things.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Every time we have a discussion like this, it seems like the number one solution is leading by example, because they're gonna mimic our behavior, right? And I think you said it, Bobby, like the adults, we get addicted to the damn screens. Isn't that right, Dr. Poole? I know you see some of our fellow millennials and maybe the older Gen Z and maybe even some Gen X's and baby boomers that just can't get off the damn phone, man.
Yeah. I mean, you know, some people, it's not their fault. His parents raised them on television, and their parents raised them on the radio and shit, you know? So,
yeah.
Man, how can I really get on my kids about something when my mom put me in front of a television during her time at work, you know? And I was introduced to video games at an early age. My mom is a gamer too, you know? How can she get on me about gaming when she's a gamer herself, you know? And so, yeah, you're right. It all comes down to, you know, the household, what happens at the household. But at the same time, the technology that is the way it's advancing, everything in school is being done behind a monitor now too. So if you have to have a tablet for school or a laptop for school, they're doing all these teachings.
See, I'm not against that. If you want to give your kids screen time and you get them a little subscription to ABC Mouse, let them learn math, let them learn letters and sounds.
Like my girlfriend, her kids are in the tablet. It's great for her because if they go on long drive, that's like a 3 or 6 hour drive, they could just have their face in the fucking tablet the whole time. And, you know, they're occupied, mom is occupied, and everything is all good. So, I mean, that in that case, where do you draw the line, you know, like?
Yeah. That becomes a slippery slope to your point, Dr. Poole. Good point. Well,
I mean, you know, you can't knock kids whose faces is in it because it's easier for parents sometimes to have their kid preoccupied.
Yeah,
but I mean, not to sound hypocritical, but we do set the example, right? You know what I'm saying? My parents. I ain't gonna lie. I had Monday through Friday. I was able to watch TV. I was able to watch Duckwing. I was able to watch Rescue Rangers.
That was the show.
All these. I was able to watch it when I got home. My kids can't, and the reason why I say they can't is not just. I'm not trying to be the hypocritical parent, but I did learn that those things did not help me.
Well, we come from an environment where we had friends, and so we had to go outside and do stuff. These kids now are so sheltered that they only know how to communicate through a screen.
Yeah, and we have to be the
pandemic didn't help that at all either, right? The pandemic probably didn't help.
Oh, you know what? The CDC actually mentioned that too. It had statistics prior to COVID, and then it said pre-COVID and post-COVID statistics showing the amount of screen time has gone up because a lot of schools had to go to electronic learning, distance learning, which is all done through a screen. So if you had to log in and you had to be there for about 6.5, 7 hours a day. Already that's 3 times the amount of supposed screen time that you're supposed to have. But then also too, if you think about it, so you have adults like me who all of us work, all of us probably require a computer to do our work, or I know you sure do, and I know you do too. It just is what it is. Although even though it is a computer, I think because if I'm working, I'm actively on spreadsheets or printing out documents or working on SOPs and stuff, even though it's quote unquote screen time, I don't consider that screen time. My screen time is whenever I have my face in my phone. And being parents, we have to be careful about that.
Yeah.
I feel you. But Bobby, you personally don't consider it screen time, but your body does.
Yes.
And that's what gets affected.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Affected, today, I do have, because I own my own business, I do have certain privileges, you know what I'm saying? It's not a luxury because if you don't get no clients, you ain't got no money, right?
Right.
But I was able to drive and go do other things and go to a place and just walk around and talk to people, get clients that way, do stuff like that instead of sitting on the phone, calling this computer. So will it make your job hard? Yes, it will make it. It'll take you from the uncomfortable. It'll take you from the comfortable to the uncomfortable. But that's where that grit is earned. Yeah, that's where that hard. That's where that toughness earned. Because you know what I'm saying. We hear about the grid gonna go down and everybody be without everything. if it does, guess what? We gotta be the ones to learn how to be able to take a rock and stick, get a spark, add some fluid, and then make some fire. You feel what I'm saying?
If that happened, I'm reading all these books right here because I haven't been able to read all of them. I got the Machiavelli Prince.
Okay.
I got an airman gave me that when I was retiring from the military, and I was like, man,
books are good, but supplies are better.
That too, supplies are better. But I want to throw something else out for parents to consider, right? So, some of us older people, millennials, we got this thing called tech neck. Are you familiar with that condition called tech neck?
No, I've never heard of it.
Neck. So if you look at a lot of people that do a lot of computer work, that's always on their phone like this all the time, tablets, whatever, over time you kind of get like this little hump right here. And you may have seen people, or have you ever seen a lot of people with a lot of neck pain? You see me with it. I have a lot of neck pain. I had to get a massage yesterday to loosen up my neck because I'm always on the computer. I was not aware of this whole tech neck thing, but when you look down so much for so long, everything in here gets tight. Like it compacts like that, right? That's not healthy either. And you got to think about, if you're letting kids do this from such a young age, you're giving them tech neck at an early age, man. And there's a lot of problems that come with that. All your different nerves and stuff that are in your neck, muscle spasms that lead to headaches and stuff like that. Like, I wanted to throw that out there for parents to consider, for even if you want to try to I just need to be quiet, because I think a lot of times now parents use the tablets and stuff as like a pacifier, right? To Donald's earlier point, but that's something else to consider, man. If you allow that child to always look down like this for like extended periods of time, that's not good for the neck at all.
And you know what? When I switched over to corporate sales and started working in the office, we literally had a training on ergonomic and how to level your chair.
Yep.
Making sure your chair is at a certain way. Make sure that your arms are rested a certain way. And they don't have that in the schools, right? And it's in every classroom, you're sitting for about a good 50 minutes a day. 50 minutes per class. And if you got 6 classes, and then of course you got 30 minutes for lunch. But with that going on, that could definitely be an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm about to create an Amazon list, and I'm gonna start sending this list to these schools, because those chairs are very much needed, because they'll give the kids a tablet, but they'll still give them the same type of desk they've had all the time. And not trying to be funny, those desks are not beneficial for anybody, because those are desks damn near we went and sat in. That was 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
28.
Those seats were terrible if you didn't have any cushion on your butt, man. Bones be on that plastic, man. You could only be sitting there for so long.
No cushion.
Yep.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's something else to consider about, man. You could be messing up their sleeping pattern. You could be messing up their neck, literally messing up their neck.
Their eating habits.
Their eating habits. Yep.
Yeah, school is designed to destroy children. Look at this. Look what we're discovering.
Hey, real talk, man. Donald, I kind of halfway agree with you, bro.
Hey, we used to carry these big ass backpacks, these 20-pound backpacks. Wasn't nobody complaining for our health and our backs, man. What the fuck, man? Bro. You know how heavy my English book was?
Can I rant real quick?
You got a point. Can
I rant?
A point.
Yes,
okay.
Corey.
Our kids go to school for 8 hours a day, and then they come home with 3 hours of homework. That's 11 hours of work, right?
And then they got to do chores too, plus chores.
And then they got to wake up early in the morning and do it all over again. My thing is, what is really going on? And they're at school half of the majority of the day, 8 hours. Why do they got to have homework? Why? Because guess what? When you graduate from high school, go to college, and then you graduate from college, there's a such thing called a work-life balance when you're in your career, that you're not supposed to bring work home. But if you've been bringing work home more than half of your life, because it's education and school and work, which we deem as work. You don't know how to separate the two. So now you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Now you have
school is programming you for your eight-hour job that you have to go to as an adult.
Exactly. And
I realized that in school.
It is. I think we need to have a full conversation about that because that is a different topic. And I don't want to take away its shine that it should get, but getting back to the managing screen time, what tips can you offer, Bobby, as far as actually being proactive in managing children's screen time?
So a couple of things. I mentioned setting a healthy schedule, and what?
Yes.
Didn't they ask? You have to. Don't just monitor screen time, but monitor what your kids are looking at. Monitor what they're looking at and what is it they're spending their time doing. Is it educational? Is it good for their brain activity? I don't want to say is it rotting your brain, but some things can be. And as a parent, you got to step in and ensure healthy decisions are being made, even if your kids don't agree with them. You could just take it back to a point of safety, but making sure screen time is scheduled and that there's a healthy amount. We're not saying don't do it, because all of us parents, we do it, especially on long car trips. Long car trips, it is what it is.
That's a free for all.
That is a free for all. I'm not even against that, because we're about to take a nice 9.5 hour trip here in the next couple of weeks for our Labor Day weekend. We're going to go visit some family in New Mexico, and my girls are probably going to have their screens in the back. But you know what? I'm kind of mad at them, because when we were growing up and we took that drive to go see family, you better bring a coloring book or some Barbies, because it's going to be a long trip.
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer.
You take Game Boys, bro. I would get car sick from playing Sega Game Gear with the Game Boy on the plane trips, man.
My son, he can't be in a car. He can't be on laptops no longer than an hour. I mean, he can't be on
get sick too, huh?
An hour and a half.
Damn.
He get nauseous.
I start to get nauseous after a while.
I just get anxiety. I want to be able to, I don't want to be looking at my phone, even as a passenger. I definitely don't do it while I'm driving, but as a passenger, I limit my screen time use to as a passenger, because if something happens, I want to be able to see it coming, and I can't do that if I have.
So monitor what they're actually doing on those screens, right? Like for me, my daughter, I got ABC Mouse on that. That's all she does. It's all educational stuff. Schedule that screen time. I like that. I like that idea of scheduling screen them. What else? Give us at least one more golden nugget we can use for parents to help them.
One more golden nugget. I'm gonna tell you to limit screen time at least an hour and a half before bedtime, and be consistent with that, because if your kids are waking up in the morning and they're throwing tantrums and you're getting pissed at them, because they're not wanting to get up and get ready for school, depending on what their schedule looks like, limit their screen time. Sorry, every device is getting put away an hour and a half before bed. So if bedtime's at 9 o'clock, 7:30, those tablets get shut off, they get put away, and you're welcome to do enrichment time. You're welcome to read a book. You're welcome to wind down. Maybe do some worship music and stuff, because we do. I have the kids with me in the kitchen while I'm doing stuff, and we're all listening to worship music together.
And if they give you a hard time with all of that, Corey, put that back up on the screen. This the last takeaway on how to manage the screen time. They give you a hard, everything Bobby said is good, do that. And at the end of the day, getting their ass. Hey, and we're going to end it on that note right there, because we're going to make sure these kids are going to be okay. But hey, man, this was good. This was good. Again, for anyone that does want to start their own vacation rental, click that link below, man. Hey, on top of that, make sure you click the like and subscribe, man. That has been episode 63 of Technically Speaking. Hey, Miss Bobby, let these folks know what you can help them with if they in Bexar County and surrounding areas.
So we do water damage mitigation. I'm the owner of Patriot Restorations, LLC. So if you see water damage in your home, if you begin to see what looks like mold growing, give us a call. I've got my IG right there, Bobby.Lopez.5. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook with my name and my picture. Ain't no gimmicks, ain't no fakes. Call me if you think you have an issue. Take care of you.
No fakes. Dr. Poole, what can folks get from you if they're in the Los Angeles area, sir?
Cleaning swimming pools, and we're cleaning jacuzzis, and we're cleaning filters. And you could reach me at don.rumpf here, the Instagram and on the Facebooks, and send a message and DM me. And I'll get back at you. One word, 4 letters. Eat.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that. Hold on, let me. The main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. What you helping folks out with? If they need something from you, what can they get from you, sir?
Look, y'all, it's your main man with the game plan from the mainland, Corey Giovanni. Check it out. I am now your official podcast coach. If you're trying to start a podcast, if you're trying to grow your views, if you're trying to monetize your podcast, I'm your guy. Just tap in with the description below, schedule an appointment. I'll give you a 1 hour courtesy coaching call. And in that call, I guarantee you, I'll get you on your way. It's your main man with the game plan from the mainland.
Hey, Dr. Poole threw us off with that. Yeet. Yeet. Hey, y'all. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. That's the show, man. Thanks for joining us. Y'all have a good week. Have a good night. We love y'all.